Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So yesterday was Apple's huge high-speed event where they talked about the new iPhone 12 and the HomePod Mini. So in today's video, we are currently on Apple's website. We're going to go through all of the new specs and features of the new phone. And then I'm also going to be talking about which phone I'm planning on buying in a couple weeks, basically. So let's go ahead. We're on the first page here. So iPhone 12, 5G speed, A14 Bionic, fastest chip in any smartphone. I think we all kind of knew that part right there. New colors, you can see blue, green, red, white, and black. If I were to go with the regular 12, I would 100% go with red. It's just my favorite color. And I think it looks really, really good on an iPhone. Now let's scroll down. So something else that's brand new is the MagSafe accessories. MagSafe is back. And I think this is going to be huge. It's basically like magnetic accessories and cases and everything that you can put on your new phone, which I think is going to be very, very cool. So you can see here, there's a wallet where you can actually attach it onto the back. It looks like it's going to be able to have maybe like 2 or 3 different cards on there. So you could put like your ID, a credit card, and maybe like another card or something. But I think it's going to be a really cool idea because then most people won't need to carry a wallet, which I think is great because personally I hate carrying a wallet. It's just such a big bulky thing that I hate bringing with me, and everyone brings a phone with them, so it just makes sense. Then you got the actual MagSafe charger where it's basically there's a magnet on the back of the iPhone 12s, and this charger is just going to connect to that, charge your phone, there you go. And then I know a lot of other YouTubers have been thinking this, but I do think this is what's going to start the whole like wireless revolution. So like no lightning cord or USB, anything like that. I think they're eventually just going to take that port out and just make everything wireless. And I think coming out with MagSafe chargers is like that first step. Then we'll scroll down, HomePod Mini. Another product that was announced. The video is mostly going to focus on the iPhone, but the HomePod Mini does look like it's pretty good. It's going to be available on November 16th. I'll probably pick up a couple space gray ones just to make a new stereo setup somewhere else in my house. I have the regular HomePods in stereo mode for my editing spot, which is right here on my computer, but I want to have the HomePod Minis in another part of my house. Now let's learn about the iPhone 12. So we're just going to go to the iPhone section here, iPhone 12, and let's see. So say hello to 5G. So 5G is across all of the different phones that come with the iPhone 12 lineup. It looks like the pre-orders are actually this Friday, October 16th, and then they will be available on November 6th for the iPhone 12 Mini. And yeah, so coming out pretty soon, pretty exciting stuff here. Then we'll scroll down a little bit. Big news, 11% thinner, 15% smaller, 16% lighter. Most people aren't going to notice that difference at all, but I thought I would bring that up since it's on the website anyways. And then mini news. So since the iPhone 12 is also going to have a mini version, which is the iPhone 12 Mini, it looks like that is I would say maybe like an inch smaller roughly. Yeah, right here. So 6.1 inch for the iPhone 12, 5.4 for the iPhone 12 Mini. They have the exact same display and everything, so it's not like you're really downgrading a lot just to get that smaller screen. It's pretty much the size of like an iPhone SE, just screen pretty much the whole way of the phone. Then here, the world's smallest, thinnest, lightest 5G phone, which would be the Mini, of course. Now, I don't think this picture does justice because I don't think it's quite that small. It looks like the guy's kind of holding like, I don't even know, something that small, but it definitely isn't going to be that small, but it is going to be smaller than the other iPhone 12s. Ceramic shield, basically it's just a better type of glass. Like it says 4 times better drop performance, but I don't know if that just means like, you know, a normal drop or like a mini toss or how high. You know, there's a lot of factors that come into play for that kind of claim, but I'm sure it will be a little bit tougher for sure. I'm just hoping it has better scratch resistance because that is a big factor when buying a new phone. You don't want to scratch your screen. Aerospace grade aluminum edges. I really like how they went back to the aluminum edge that's straight. It's essentially the iPhone 4 and 5 design. I think it looks a lot better. Yeah, water resistance, probably not that much better than the 11s, I would say, but it is going to be water resistant again. 5 fresh finishes, if I can speak English there, which we kind of touched upon already, but the white actually looks pretty cool now that I'm looking at it here. If the Apple logo was that color, which I'm pretty sure it's not, I think that would be a really, really cool design. Like white and orange to me just looks really, really good. Then we'll go down here, 5G, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then trillion operations per second, so obviously a much better chip. And then right here, A14 Bionic is the fastest chip in any smartphone. Yeah, basically it's just a super powerful chip. It's going to allow you to do things like shooting in Dolby Vision, edit pro raw footage. It's going to be a really, really good chip. Super Retina XDR display. It's going to be a 1080p OLED screen, which is better than the iPhone 11 720p screen. Then we'll scroll down a little bit more. Dual camera system. Now we did have a dual camera system with the iPhone 11. This one is a little bit better though. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it is going to be a little bit different. So that would be the wide and ultra wide camera, and it has night mode as well, which was only on the Pros on the last iPhone lineup. So some pretty cool stuff here. I'll just scroll through a couple pictures. Pictures are looking pretty good. Low light, and then right here, boom, you own a film studio, so you can record in 4K HDR with Dolby Vision. So this is going to be very, very cool for someone who does like video like myself, or even photos. Then we'll go down here, night vision, which we kind of touched upon, MagSafe. You can see how it works. Something I'm very curious to see is how strong those magnets are. Like, let's go back here and then watch it again. So as you can see, the magnets are pretty much in the middle of the phone, but I don't know how powerful they are. I don't know if like maybe you put it in your pocket and the wallet will come off. I'm not really sure, but if they are like pretty strong, that would be a pretty cool feature, to be honest. Stackable phone due to those straight edges, so it looks like the case just kind of snaps on, which I think is pretty cool, and I'm assuming there's probably going to be a magnet in the case too. Then you can actually use the wallet still even with that case, and then you can also charge it as well. I can see the case here. It looks pretty good, like quality wise and everything. Looks like it's still going to fit about 2 to 3 cards. And then what is this? Free or not, the wallet is shielded, so it's safe for credit cards. I don't know if they mean like RFID. They don't really specify, but if it is RFID, that is pretty cool. Turbo chargeable, so this is with your MagSafe, so with the magnets just connects, and that's pretty much it. And then here's like a bunch of different examples of the MagSafe accessories here, which I think is nice. And then if I can scroll a little bit more, then it's just kind of talking about iOS 14. So that's the iPhone 12. Some pretty nice upgrades in the camera and the actual screen and the actual like chassis of the phone with those straight edges. I think is going to be pretty cool. We'll just hit tech specs here quickly and just go through this. So you can see the colors of the phones. That blue actually looks pretty darn good in my opinion. That looks really good. That's like a navy blue, which is like one of my favorite colors, and I think that looks awesome. Capacity wise, still 64 is the base. You can get 128 and 256, no 512 just yet. Size and weight, not going to go into too much detail here, but if you guys do want to pause the video and read up on that, you can. Display, you got the mini with the 5.4 and the 12 with the 6.1. Super Retina XDR displays on both. Basically, the big difference here is your pixel resolution is going to be a little bit better on the base model iPhone 12 versus the mini. Other than that, not really anything crazy. It's going to have the same chip and camera and everything, so pretty cool stuff here. And then once again, this is some more random little tech things that I don't think you guys probably want to talk about in the video, but if you do want to pause it, once again, you can do that. What else is on here? Anything else I want to talk about? Not really. Okay, now let's move on to the Pro, which personally I will be buying a Pro model, but let's go ahead and go through this one. So say hello to 5G. I love the graphics of, on their website when they show these phones. Pacific Blue is actually really interesting me now. I was like set on graphite, but now looking at Pacific Blue all the time, I think it looks pretty good. Pre-order date for the iPhone 12 Pro is October 16th, and the Pro Max is November 6th. So that's the pre-order dates. We'll go down here, less bezel, more screen due to that change in the chassis. The gold looks really, really good. So you got the Pro Max is 6.7 inch display and the 12 Pro is 6.1. So about 0.6 inch difference, which I think is pretty significant with a phone. Then we'll go down here, Kicks glass, ceramic shield, tougher than any smartphone glass. We'll see about that. Drop test will probably come out in about a week or two. Then we'll go down here, what is this thing? Surgical grade stainless steel. That looks really good. The gold there, very nice. And then we'll go down a little bit more. Water resistance, 4 finishing touches. So you got Pacific Blue, gold, silver, and graphite. Not really sure why they're calling it graphite now, considering they've been calling them space gray for like a long time. And I like the name space gray, but we're switching it to graphite, which almost like every other company will use for their like space gray color. Super fast wireless, say hello to 5G. So I'm super excited to try 5G out. It's not really like super available everywhere in the world, but once it is, and you know that coverage expands across, especially North America where I am in Canada, 5G isn't really worth it because the coverage isn't that great besides like maybe Toronto and, you know, like maybe like Ottawa or something like that. But where I am, it's not really like super worth it, I would say, just yet, but in a year or two it's going to be more mainstream and it'll be more worth it. A14 Bionic, so we got up to 50% faster CPU and GPU, 11.8 billion transistors, first 5nm chip in the industry, up to 80% faster neural engine, 16-core neural engine, 70% faster machine learning accelerator. So essentially it's going to be a pretty good chip in a smartphone. Then we're actually adding a LiDAR, so that's pretty exciting. So with LiDAR, this is going to be something cool. It's actually been on the iPad Pro from this year, 2020. So it's going to let you measure how long it takes for light to reflect off of objects and allow you to do different AR-based things, which is still in early phases. But once it becomes more popular and more mainstream, it's going to be a pretty cool thing to have on your phone. Pro camera system, a new day for night mode. So night mode comes to both wide and ultra wide cameras, and it's better than ever at capturing low light shots, which me personally, I don't really use that because I don't really take pictures at night, so it's not like a deal breaker for me by any means. But if you guys want to read the tech specs right here, by all means pause the video again. Pro Max, cameras Maximus. That Pacific Blue looks so freaking good. Like, that looks really nice with all the cameras and everything. But anyways, 40% larger sensor and larger pixels. Then you got 80% better low light photos, 5 times optical zoom range. Essentially, the cameras have gotten a pretty nice upgrade here. Then we'll look at some of the pictures that they showed here, which I think all look pretty good, which they better for a phone this price. And then is there anything else here before we go to prices? So here's some camera specs as well if you do want to read it. The Pro Max will have a slightly better camera, which is nice, which once again, for the added money, I would want that. And then we'll go down here, Pro RAW, which for someone like myself, this is going to be good. It's going to make the editing process better and make your content and photos and video just look better. Then we'll go down, Dolby Vision recording, 60 times more colors. So Dolby Vision recording is going to be very, very big for professionals that use their phone as a camera. For the average person, this probably isn't going to be something, you know, super significant for you, but it is capable of doing this now. And then we'll go down here. What else? Anything else? Kind of just touching on stuff we already said. I think that's pretty much it. MagSafe, of course, it's going to be able to do that. I just love how everything just stacks. I think it's going to be a pretty cool experience with that kind of technology. Turbochargeable, so everything's pretty much the same as the 12 from here on, and then it kind of talks about iOS 14. But let's go ahead and look at pricing of the Pro. Holy, the screen got very bright there. So the iPhone 12 Pro in Canada is going to cost $13.99, and the 12 Pro Max would be $15.49. And then I'm just going to go down here and switch it to the US of A. So where is USA, United States. There we go. And then we'll take a look at the pricing for that. So let's see. So your 12 Pro is going to cost $9.99, and the 12 Pro Max is going to be $10.99. So pretty expensive phone still, but it is going to do a lot for you. And then let's check the 12 prices here. So the 12 is going to be, let's see, internet's being a little bit slow today. 12 mini starts at $6.99, and the iPhone 12 starts at $7.99. So much more affordable, and these phones are actually a beast of a phone, because compared to the 12 Pro, it's not like, you know, light years better than the 12, and I think the 12 is just in overall like a really, really good phone too. But let's go ahead and get that Canadian pricing for the Canadian viewers again here, just so we can kind of compare. So the iPhone 12, let's see here. So $9.79 for the 12 mini, and then $11.29 for the 12. So you guys can kind of see that price difference between the USA and Canada. As you guys probably know, or maybe don't know, I'm actually from Canada. I normally use the American prices just because a lot of my viewers come from the States. But basically, let's pick my phone out right now. So I am going to be getting the 12 Pro, which if I can get off iPad there. So I am going to be getting the 12 Pro Max. So right here, we're in Canadian prices because I am Canadian. Let me just double check that. Okay. So 12 Pro Max. I want graphite, but now looking at Pacific Blue, like that looks pretty good. But let's just say I want to go with graphite. $256. I don't have a phone to trade in. I won't be getting Apple Care like this. I normally do the monthly one just because it's a lot more affordable, and I know I like to upgrade my phone every year, so I don't want to commit to like a 2-year right here. So mine would be $16.89 plus tax, almost $2,000 in Canada, which is quite pricey, but this is basically like my camera for YouTube. I run my business on it and everything, so I can justify it. But that is what I am planning on getting, the 12 Pro Max $256 in graphite with some real nice MagSafe accessories, that's for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Some pretty good upgrades with the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. I'm super excited to upgrade from my XR. It's going to be a huge upgrade from the XR personally, in my opinion, and I'm super excited to finally make that upgrade. I think the biggest takeaways here is going to be the screen for sure, the cameras, MagSafe, and the type of editing that you can do with ProRAW footage now, and also HDR video. There's some pretty good stuff for someone like myself who does maybe content creation or photography or video, pretty much any creative reasons. I would say the iPhone 12 and especially the 12 Pro are going to be great upgrades. Super excited. I got about a month to wait until I can get my 12 Pro Max. Unboxing and review, of course, is coming to the channel. Leave a comment down below of which one you guys are planning on getting. But for now, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's probably going to be a little bit of a longer video just due to all of the information that we talked about through the Apple website. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.